Hello and welcome to my live stream. My name is Megan Graham, and today I am here to talk to you guys about the Lifewave patches. I'm going to be sharing all of the patches all at once today. Many people have been asking me about the different patches, so I thought I would just get on here and do a brief explanation of why I use various patches. I am a brand partner for Lifewave, which means that I am an independent distributor of Lifewave. And as you can see by my patch collection, I love the patches, and I actually use all of the patches at different times. So I wanted to get on here and just explain why I use different patches at different times. For those of you that have not been on my channel before, I am healing from mold toxicity, and I was living in a rental home that had a lot of black mold, which made me especially sick for whatever reason. Our pets also got sick. My husband got sick. And one of the things that I have been using to support my body, my vitality, and my wellness as I heal are my Lifewave patches. They are not the only thing that I use, and I'm always really careful to tell you guys that I love them. I think they have helped me with my energy, my general recovery, and so many different things. But I also just want to point out I have one of the best biotoxin doctors in the world, and she helps me as well. So if you are going through, and this is not medical advice, but if you are going through something similar to what I am going through, and you have something like chronic fatigue or something of that nature, you most likely need a great functional practitioner as well. And in my mold video, I have a list of different practitioners that I really like. So first of all, I'm going to show you my most important patch first. This is the X39 patch. This is the patch that I would say has made the biggest difference for me, and this would be my priority as far as patches. When I am starting my clients out on patches, this is usually the patch that I start them out first on. I'm not starting everyone out on a ton of different patches or it's asking your body to do a lot to start all of the patches at once. And sometimes it can be too much of a good thing if we try to do all of our healing at once. So this patch for me has helped my chronic fatigue immensely. It's helped me to have more energy. So since I've been wearing this, I've had more energy. I'm 47 years old, and I was experiencing massive, and I mean massive chronic fatigue. I have had more energy, better sleep. This has been really also helpful in I don't know how to say this, but my memory was really tough. I was having a lot of problems. And what I noticed is also since wearing this, my memory personally, this is just my experience, has been better. My word recall has been better. So many things have been better. So this is the X39. It does so much in supporting your vitality, and it's really supported my energy so that my body has energy to recover. The way that I always feel about this patch is I think people feel like it's going to be magic and they're going to put it on and everything everything is going to magically change. That's not what personally I expect from this patch. I feel like I'm getting a push, like there is something pushing behind me, pushing me from behind, helping me to recover, just helping me to recover faster, getting stronger, dealing. I've got several, I try not to identify them, but several different illnesses going on at the same time. And this has just given me a huge push in my recovery. If you've seen my video, I have a video up about my experience with this particular patch. And this is my most important patch. This patch is everything to me. Now, if I'm starting someone out on the patches, anyone, and I do not recommend, I'm not really giving people a specific protocol because we do not recommend patches based on people's diagnosed problems. So if people put a diagnosed problem into the questions, I really can't answer that. These are not a treatment or a cure. They are a great tool to help your health, but we can't talk about diagnoses with things. But what I will say is if anyone has a diagnosis, they usually have inflammation. They have symptoms of inflammation. I love these two patches together. These are almost always a great way for folks to start. If they're not feeling well when they start, to me, it doesn't really matter what is going on. This one is great for supporting the energy, vitality, healing and recovery, this patch, the Eon patch, a lot of people don't necessarily see the value of this. This patch is wonderful, and it has helped me to regulate my nervous system, to feel more calm, to feel less stressed. Since I've been wearing this patch, my my inflammation levels were extremely high, extremely high, and they have come down quite a bit since wearing this. So many times when I'm starting my customers and clients out, I'm starting them off on both of these patches. Now, some people like to wear the Eon during the day and they find that it gives them energy. Some people find that it relaxes them and they like to wear it at night. I can wear it at either time, but this is a great patch. I was actually feeling a lot of inflammation the last week for whatever reason. My biotoxin doctor had started me on a new treatment, and I have been wearing this patch every single day without fail. Two of my favorite patches for starting. The X49 patch is a patch that I added after a month of wearing the X39. So I didn't just start with the X39 and the X49. This patch, what I have noticed is it has been helping my athletic performance. I've noticed that I've been putting on muscle more easily. I've recovered better from my workouts, and I'm not working out super hard. Again, I am still getting better from several different things that are going on with my body. But this is, since I have also added this patch, I find that I am able to get into the gym consistently. I notice that my body is looking better and better. And my husband has been wearing this as well. And he has also noticed that he has, at the age of 57, he has an easier time building muscle and having stamina in the gym. So these are a really lovely, they're a lovely pair. Normally with my clients, if I'm starting them on the patches, I'm probably starting them on this patch the first month. And if they want to add this patch as well, they come in a duo and we couple these the next month. So we're letting their bodies get accustomed to doing something new. Many people really do, especially sometimes it takes up to 3 weeks, but they really do notice a big difference when they are wearing this patch. And so I want to get people started with things slowly. Okay, guys, so this patch, a lot of people seem to have trouble sleeping. That was me for a long time. And this is they accidentally sent me a trial pack. So if you guys are wondering what a trial pack looks like, this is what you get when you're a preferred plus customer. They send you a sample every month. And so this would have been a sample pack, but Lifewave accidentally sent it to me as my patches. They were great when I called. They said I could keep this and they gave me another one. And by the way, if you're following along, if you do not have a brand partner and you want to order the patches, I'm happy to help you with it. You can email me below or you can go directly onto my website. It's in the description. So I'm not sure if the description is below or to the right, but if you are not working with a brand partner, feel free to contact me and I'll help you. If you are working with a brand partner, contact your brand partner and order through them, please. Silent nights. So I wear this patch to help me sleep. I had trouble for sleeping for 20 years and I'm 47. So much of my adult life, I had trouble sleeping. I had a really stressful job. This little patch has been a game changer for me. I need my sleep because I'm recovering. And yes, the X39 did help me with sleep, but I wanted a whole different layer of sleeping well. So this patch is great for supporting, nurturing healthy sleep. One thing that I'd like to point out, and I wear this just so you guys know, if you have this patch, I wear it on my right heel, on the bottom of my right heel. That is the sweet spot for me. One thing that I'd like you guys to keep in mind, so this is the sleep patch. This patch, in my opinion, takes about a week for you to really notice the effects. So I do believe it's cumulative. That's just my body, but I am a sensitive person. So normally if I notice something, it may not happen for you. I know everyone's body is different, but this has helped me with my sleep immensely. I didn't think I liked this patch at first. I didn't try it on my right heel. When I tried it on my right heel, I fell in love with this patch. It's fantastic. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them to the right. And if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please consider doing so. It makes such a big difference on my channel, and I would really appreciate it. And I'm also just telling you guys some of the things that I have noticed with these patches. As I've said, everybody's unique. So this is my experience with them. This is the Ice Wave patch. So this patch is a little bit different than some of the other patches in that I use this patch for pain relief. So I use this patch when I am having a migraine or if I'm having either acute or chronic pain. Fortunately, my pain is transitory, so it doesn't tend to stick around. The most pain that I usually get are really, really bad migraines. Occasionally, I get body pain if my inflammation is high. So this is a patch that I only use when I'm having pain. For me, it's not an everyday patch. You have to play around with this patch. So it has, I just want you guys to see as well, all of these envelopes have two sides, but this one is actually filled. So there's on one side, you've got a dark patch, and on the other side, you've got a light patch. So this is a patch that's a pair, and it's really important to use them as a pair. There are 4 videos that explain exactly how to use this patch in different situations, and it's important that you actually move this patch around until your pain is lessened. So if you just try to stick this on, you may not have the results you want. You have to play around with this one a little bit, and there are several different placements. If I'm your brand partner, please just send me a note if you need me to send you the videos. So this is a patch I probably only wear about once a month, but when I do need this patch, I personally, and this is just my experience, use this instead of pain reliever. It's not what the company claims, but that is how I use that patch because I'm always trying not to take any over-the-counter stuff as it tends to have some deleterious effects on our liver, which I don't want. So glutathione. Now, if you don't know what glutathione is, and I'm not specifically speaking about the patch, I'm talking about glutathione in terms of a supplement or in terms of how your body uses glutathione. Glutathione in your body is your body's, it's a very important, some people say it's the master antioxidant. Again, I'm not referring to the patches, I'm just referring about what's naturally in your body. Many people as they age have lower glutathione, and I suspect that my glutathione was most likely pretty low, and I was probably having trouble detoxing because of it. So I take glutathione in supplement form, and I also wear a glutathione patch to help with my own body's, to send a signal to my body to produce its own glutathione. One thing that I would like to point out, as much as I love this patch and I think it is a fantastic patch, I myself have noticed that this patch for me worked very, very well. In other words, it worked quite strongly with my body. So when I am starting clients out on their orders, this is usually not a patch that I am using for any folks during the first month because they are already busy adjusting to the X39. So normally this is something that I work in for my clients and my customers the second month, sometimes as infrequently as once a week, because what I found when I first used it was that it worked really, really well and my body seemed to be detoxifying quite quickly with it. So sometimes a little bit goes a long way. I'm very used to it now. I started this months ago and I can wear it every day if I would like to. This is a really great patch, and I know a lot of people that are also detoxing from mold like I am immediately want to get this and they think, oh, I'm taking glutathione already, I'll just use this patch. Well, it works a little bit differently, and what I will tell you is I've been taking glutathione for quite a long time and I still had to ease into this patch, but it's great. I love it. And I think it's also a reason why my skin is so much clearer now. It's really been helping me to deal with all of the toxins. Energy enhancer. Again, this is a patch. I'm just letting you guys know the patches that I like to use for my clients and my customers the second month, not the first month. A lot of people want the energy enhancer, but what I want to say is, again, you're getting so much out of this X39 patch. This patch is amazing. I personally never start my clients on both of these patches at the same time. Both of these patches, at least in my experience using them on my own body, make a huge difference in your body. And in my body, it feels like things are being turned on that have not worked for a long time. So I prefer to do that slowly. I started using this patch a little bit later. This patch is amazing for how do I say it? And I never want to say anything that I'm not allowed to say about the patches, but if you watch the videos with David, he will definitely tell you that this is great for actual ATP production. ATP, if you remember in 7th grade, it's ATP and your mitochondria are how your body makes energy. So this is not like an energy drink. When you put this patch on, it is increasing, it's just increasing your natural energy. So I love this patch. I save it for days when I really need it, such as I really only wear this when I have a jujitsu lesson, because I have been taking jujitsu. I started it at the age of 47, and we're rolling now. We're wrestling now, and I'm still battling getting better from chronic illness. Even though I'm using my patches, it still takes a while. It's not like I put them on and wow, I'm just better. That's, to me, it's not how it works. They've been amazing and I've healed so much, but I still have healing to do. This is great for the days where I'm like, how am I going to do jujitsu? How will this work? This gives me energy on those days. I'm probably using it once a month, maybe twice a month maximum. That's really it. I love the energy enhancer. I would use this. This is the original patch. This is what started the company. This was actually made for the Navy SEALs, and it was David's solution to providing them with more energy without chemicals, without stimulants, without caffeine. So this is for your body's natural energy. I love this. Worked in the 2nd month. I just don't add, 5 or 6 patches all at the same time. Hello, Kathy. Kathy says, have you seen anybody wear the X39 patch on the foot for chronic? I cannot answer questions and in relation to any kind of diagnosis, but it's your personal choice, and you can put a patch on top of your foot if you would like to. I can't actually answer as far as any kind of diagnosis is concerned, but yes, people have placed the X39 all over. Today, I'm actually wearing my glutathione right here. I've felt like I've been doing a lot of detoxification, and I really wanted to put it right where my digestion was. I don't think there is anything wrong with putting the patches directly where you feel like you're having an issue. I'm wearing my glutathione here, and I have an X39 and X49 on the back of my neck. I've actually been working a different patch in that I had never used before, and I have been using it lately. Carnosine is another one. So it's another one of the Y age trio that David put together. So I do think of these patches as, Y age, maybe anti-aging. We probably can't say anti-aging, but Y age. Carnosine for me, one thing I've noticed, so I spoke to my biotoxin physician, and she wears the patches as well. And she said that this is her favorite patch out of all of the patches. And I noticed, I'm not wearing it today because I think 3 patches can be a pretty sweet number for me. But I have noticed that carnosine also makes a huge difference in my stamina. When I'm having inflammation flares, I also often add a carnosine. This is a very, very supportive patch. Can't make a lot of claims about it, of course, but if you look up what carnosine does as a supplement, it's pretty interesting. This is not carnosine the supplement. There are no supplements in here, but I do think for me, it gives me an idea of some of the things that it does for my body. I've been having some immune issues and some issues with it's always been this eye that I had issues with, but I've been having issues with this eye. And when I feel those issues coming on, I actually put it right next to my eye, and I have felt some relief. So also one of my favorite patches. I do not wear all these patches every day. I almost look at it like my patch supplement drawer, if you will. Carol asks, do you put the X39, X49 on top of each other or just below each other? So Carol, that's a great question. I put them below each other. I know that I have heard of people stacking the patches, but the way that I always look at it, I feel like each patch is actually sending my body a signal. And I know people stack them on top of one another, but it's just my feeling. I don't like to stack those signals one on top of the other. I like them to be separate. That's also one of the reasons why I don't wear tons and tons of patches together. I pick and choose. So normally if I'm going to have a day where I'm going to wear energy enhancer, I may not even wear my X39. I might wear my energy enhancer instead of that patch. I think I pointed this out, but energy enhancer is also one of the patches that comes with 2 patches. And guys, if you're not working, sorry that I say this repeatedly, but if you're not working with a brand partner, please feel free to email me. And a lot of people wonder, what is a brand partner? I just want to say this just in about a minute so you guys know. Anybody can be a brand partner when you go. So if you click on my Lifewave page, which is in the YouTube description, there's a page called Join, and there are enrollment packs. And when you buy an enrollment pack, you're a brand partner. So whether you share the product or you do not share the product, you can still be a brand partner. Some people do it for wholesale pricing. Some people do it to share it. We work independently of Lifewave, and I have built a really fabulous business where I help people, and I often get on the phone or I email people and we talk about different patches and things that may or may not be helpful for them. And so I provide people that have ordered their patches through me support before, during the order, and then after they order patches from me. I provide folks with a lot of support because people have questions. I do get a lot of emails from other people as well. I'm so busy with, I hope everybody understands, I'm so busy with taking care of my own health and doing my own treatments and working with my customers and clients that I really don't have any time outside of that. So that would be, if you have a brand partner, that would be for the person that you purchase from. But I do just really take joy in helping people with their patches. So that is what I do. Okay, guys, so this is the Alavita patch. And this is a really interesting patch. And I just want you to know that you guys can also always search. If you want to learn more about any of these patches, you can search for videos on YouTube. And I just searched, if you search Alavita patch Lifewave, you're going to see some really great videos. The only videos that I ever watch are the ones with David Schmidt because he explains them so well. And although he makes very few claims about the patches, I love to hear what he found when he was doing his clinical studies because there are some very interesting things. Okay, so Alavita is a patch. It's marketed as the skincare patch, but on David's video, he said that this patch was actually a patch that he found to be one that reduced oxidative stress. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with oxidative stress, but oxidative stress is something that causes aging and stress, just like the name, on your body. And so for many folks like me that have gotten sick from mold, one thing that happens is that often overnight when if you get exposed to mold, that oxidative stress can change things pretty quickly. So it can age you very quickly. It doesn't necessarily mean you can't reverse some of that stress, but it's very, very aging. So after I was exposed to a moldy, just a disgusting, looked beautiful rental that was full of black mold, my hair really turned gray quickly. So my eyebrows started turning super gray in a certain pattern. My hairs that I never wanted that are here, yeah, I have them there. They all turned gray as well. And it was just kind of like an overnight thing from the oxidative stress. So anyway, I found that a lot of people do really, really well when they have something that is supporting their body and reducing oxidative stress. So although this is marketed as the skincare patch, what I noticed, and the video is so fascinating. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. This was not a claim that they made, but he did show that this made a big difference in many different systems of your body. Anyway, so this is a patch I wear at night. I wear it right in my third eye position. I'll actually hold it in that position so you guys can see where I wear it. Looks really funny. I feel like my husband is probably like, what happened? She was so cute when I met her. I sleep with it here. The minute that I put this patch on, I noticed that my body felt better. It just felt more comfortable. I have a fair amount of discomfort that I'm just used to. I have a high pain threshold, and I have a fair amount of discomfort. When I put this on, I really noticed a difference in my discomfort. So I am wearing this as well when I sleep. And as well, if you think about it, if you are able to support your body in naturally lowering your oxidative stress, that's also going to give you more beautiful skin. And I know I focus on my skin sometimes, you guys, but at 47, I feel really happy with things that have happened with my skin since I started wearing these patches. I had a lady come on the other day and she said that it wasn't real and that I used different light and things like that. But my face really has changed since I've started using these patches, and it fluctuates. I will say that if I'm having a week where I'm doing a new treatment with my biotoxin doctor or something like that, maybe my skin won't look as good that week because things happen. But all in all, this has been a wonderful patch for many of the folks that have mold illness like I do, and this is not a treatment, but I will show you guys the trio. This is my dream team. So if people have had mold exposure, I love this during the day, and I like this either day or night, and this at night. These are all patches that I think are completely fine to start at the beginning. Obviously, if you have any trouble or questions, always ask your physician, but those are very, very gentle patches. Now, this is a patch that I didn't try this patch for so long because I don't have weight to lose. I will say I do not have any weight to lose, but the SP6 has been an interesting patch, and I started investigating a little bit more. I found a few studies on it, and and I'm sure you guys don't really want to know about all my symptoms or all my issues, but one of my biggest hurdles in getting better is that my mold and biotoxin exposure really affected my digestive system. And so I started using this patch because the more that I read about it, it seems as if this patch, I don't want to say too much about this patch, but basically I have noticed favorable changes with my digestion since I started wearing this patch. There's some really interesting studies. I saw an interesting study, and it's not a claim that Lifewave makes, but it looked like there were favorable changes made on some of the body's detoxification systems. What I would like to point out with this patch is this is also not a patch that I start folks on right away in the beginning, because everything that your body is doing, every way that your body is changing is wonderful. But just remember that each change is great, and treating your body gently and rolling out these changes slowly and respectfully is really, really important. So those are the patches, but I'm just very, very quickly going to show you the patches that I think are a little bit more gentle, that I don't mind starting people on sooner, and the patches that I might wait a little bit longer for. This is the patch that I think is great. It's my most important patch. I often start people that have had mold exposure at a lower amount of time. I feel like a lot of people that have had mold exposure can be a little bit delicate in how they feel. So I often start people at 4 to 6 hours with this patch. It's really up to you. It's a personal choice, but I've noticed that many folks that have gotten sick from toxicity do well starting out really, really slowly. So that is a patch that I start people with all the time. I have no problem with adding silent nights right away. That's also a very supportive patch. I find that to be fine for my customers, my clients for the first month. Also very gentle, Eon, anti-inflammatory. That is a patch that I'm completely comfortable starting on anyone on the first month. Again, this is my most popular thing that I love to start folks on. Even if you think you don't have inflammation, it is very, very difficult not to have inflammation in this day and age. It's just the world in which we live. People that have chronic pain, absolutely starting the ice wave the first month usually does not seem to be a problem. A very gentle and supportive patch. Same with aloe vera, although I don't start every single patch the same day. I usually have people start each patch for a few days. Very, very gentle, very supportive. I find this to be an easy to start patch. I started this patch my second month. I do still consider it to be really, really gentle. So these are my most easy most folks have an easy time. Everybody's different, so I'm not being your doctor, not giving you medical advice, but just giving you my take on talking to a lot of people and hearing about how they felt starting the patches. This is a patch I like to start people on the second month. So I start this separately from the X39. To me, the X39 and the X49 are probably some of the most powerful. They are magical. They are wondrous. And it's so funny. People will come on once in a while. I have people come on and say, you're scamming people, or how do you sleep at night? And I'm like, I would never talk about these if they didn't work for me. And if I wasn't getting great feedback from so many people. So these are amazing patches. I respect them. So I have people start slowly, even though I do. So if I sign people up for money, and I want people to always understand this, absolutely, I do get paid when people buy patches, and I still would have people wait on this one. So even though I could tell someone to start on more patches, I would still have them wait and start slower, because I think it's important to do that. You tend to feel better when you start the patches a little bit slower. This is a patch that not everybody has to wear, but I do love it. I would also say this is more of a second month patch, and I never start people wearing several new patches at the same time. I look at it like, let's give this patch a few days on its own before we do all of these things at the same time. Energy enhancer would usually be something I would start people on the second month. And SP6 complete, same thing. I would start people on it the second month. Guys, I'm just so curious. Do you have any questions? Do you have any comments? I just wanted to show you all of my patches. And just know, some people are only ever going to use the X39. You do not have to have every one of these patches. I'm just showing you so you can get an idea of what some of the different patches have done in my experience for me and the changes that I feel with my body. And, I probably need more than the average person, because there are so many different things that I have been working to heal from. I was officially, I don't even know how to say it, I was officially labeled as disabled back probably in October by my doctor. And it was a really hard pill to swallow. I felt very, very sad. And I cried when I read the letter where she said that I was disabled. And I did never apply for disability. I just knew that I was going to beat it. And so what I will say is, I still have my physical limitations. I still do not feel 100% the way that I used to feel before I had mold exposure and chemical exposures. That said, I feel distinctly different. But what I always try to just bring to the forefront is that patches are not the only thing that I do. They are the cherry on top. They are the icing on the cake. I do my labs, I see my doctor, and these have, since I started wearing my patches, my body has started doing things that I did not think were possible for it to do again. It didn't make every problem go away for me, but it did make a lot of things more bearable. So if you see me with tons and tons of different patches, I'm not using all of those patches every day. I do think that they have a time and a place, but I am extremely thankful that they exist. And every single morning when I go out on my morning walk, I do gratefulness, and I thank David Schmidt for creating these patches, because they have changed my life. And now I get to help other people choose patches that may be helpful for them as well. And so they're helping me to also bring changes into other people's energy and vitality, because even if people don't have chronic illness, even if they don't have chronic fatigue, what I'm finding is a lot of people are tired, and a lot of people are stressed, or they have aches and pains. And, everybody's body is different, but if you put the patch on, and you feel differences in your body, then that is worth it. So does anybody want to add anything? I always love coming on here to chat with you guys. And I have to, I don't want to apologize, but somebody came on the other week. Usually people are really nice, but someone came on to tell me that my nails were dreadful. And indeed, I will just say my nails are dreadful. And oftentimes some part of me probably looks dreadful, but I always just try to, I'm still taking care of a lot of things with my health, and I have a lot of appointments and things. And I do my best to look nice for YouTube, but I don't have all the time that I used to get my weekly manicures and things like that. So I do my best, but I think most people can look past that. And I appreciate all of you for your kindness, because things like that are pretty rare. So anyway, if you guys don't have any questions or comments or want to add anything, then I'll probably hop off the YouTube. But feel free, if you're watching this later as well, to go in and check out my links. I've got links. So if you are going to order the patches, if you're already working with a brand partner, please continue to work with that person. If you are not working with a brand partner, please feel free to email me. I would love to help you choose your patches. And I also really appreciate it if you do choose to order through me, because it has become a really, first of all, a passion of mine to help people with the patches, but it's also been really wonderful in that I have been able to have a business that I can do while I'm healing, which, by the way, I will continue to do even once I am 100% back to myself. Patty says, does it matter where you wear them? So Patty, it really depends. I mean, you can wear the patches anywhere that you would like to. I find that there are certain patches that, yes, I do feel a little bit better when they are in certain places. So Energy Enhancer, there are videos showing you how to put it on. It is important. The darker patch goes on the left side of your body. The light patch goes on the right side. So yes, placement is important for this patch, but there are several different places to put it. Glutathione, I usually wear it right below my thyroid. I feel that it's supporting my thyroid when it's so close. I do move it around a little bit. I believe it works anywhere, but yes, you can play around with the placement. SP6, I wear just below my left knee, to the left of my left knee on the bottom. There are other placements that you can wear it as well. I wear this right here. My husband wears it every night, and he's noticed he hasn't been getting up. He's been getting up about half the time now to go to the bathroom. He loves that I share this stuff, and he used to get up every single night. Again, I don't know. He's also wearing the X39, so we don't know, is it the X39 or is it the Alavita? He really noticed the change here. IceWave placement does matter, Patty. So this is a 2-patch system, and normally you're putting the dark patch in the center of the pane, but there are a few different placements. Placement definitely matters with this one, and you have to play around. You can put the X49 anywhere you would like to put it. I don't think placement matters at all. I usually wear it on the back of my neck. Carnosine, I wear in all different places, usually in the midline of my body or on the right side of my body. I often put my carnosine right here. I don't believe it's one of the placements that they give. I use Silent Nights on the bottom of my right heel. And I felt like placement mattered for this one because when I used it there, my sleep improved so much. It's not one of the placements that they ever showed, but it works really well. The Eon patch, you can put this in a lot of different places. I like the midline of my body or the right side. I put it right here, right behind my right ear, and I feel a sense of calm when I use this patch. A lot of people, one of my neighbors has chronic inflammation, and he had stinging hands and feet, and that was his symptom. He was in quite a bit of pain, using quite a bit of over-the-counter pain medicine. I sampled him this one because he was already using the X39 in the sleep patch, and he started just using this and not taking his over-the-counter pain medication. I don't know where he's using that one. I honestly don't know where he's using this one, but it helped his pain. I think he's using all of the spots that Lifewave tells you to, and it's still working great for him, so I'm happy about that. X39, I just do the X39 and X49, both on the back of my neck, one over the other, but not stacked on top of each other. I used to do it under my belly button. I just haven't been doing it there. It doesn't really matter. I have a friend that has chronic back pain. She uses it where her back pain is. She felt a 20% reduction in her back pain when she started using this. So I hope that was a long answer to your question, but it depends. It depends. I usually send out, so if you buy the patches through me, I have a bunch of placement videos, and I usually tend to text or email back and forth. And thank you so much, Patty. Back and forth with people, just helping them with those placemats or placements, not placemats. Sorry, guys. I always just say the wrong thing. And Seals Pace says, is there any irritation that occurs after using the patch in one specific place? So that's a really good question too. Even though I put mine in the same place, I do move them a little bit. And I mean, wouldn't it make sense? Our skin is our largest organ, right? So even for most of us that are detoxifying, we often use saunas so that we can sweat out our toxins. So we use an infrared sauna. So it would make sense that you would want to move the patch a little bit up and down, because your skin, I believe your skin needs to breathe too. I mean, if you're able to absorb toxins into your skin and spit toxins out of your skin, yes, I think you definitely, but you could just move it 1 inch down or 1 inch up. It's absolutely still going to work for you. And for folks that are sensitive, I know very, very few people are sensitive to adhesive. But for folks that are sensitive to the adhesive, many people do well when they put the patch. So say you really want to wear the X39 and you're really sensitive to adhesive. Obviously, this is a personal choice. I can't guarantee it will work for you, but the skin on your heel is very tough. And I actually spoke to a dermatologist and she said that the skin on the heel is completely different skin. So for folks that have adhesive issues, they might be able to try it there. Not giving medical advice, but just giving an idea to research and see if that might be for folks that are having trouble with placement. And oh, thank you so much, Jen. I'm so glad that was so helpful. It was really fun. I might even talk about these another week too, because there's so much to talk about. I'm always kind of careful because I know I'm not allowed to say too much about the patches. So I know I'm a little vague sometimes, but it's because I never want to get Lifewave in trouble. If you listen to David and you hear about the research, they just do so much. So I try to always just say what I think I'm supposed to say and allowed to say, but they have done a lot for me. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your kindness, you guys. Tyrone, thank you very much. And Kathy says, thank you. Thank you for being here and listening from Puerto Rico. That's so awesome. Thank you for letting me know. I am still dying to go to Puerto Rico someday. I've never been there. Seals Pace, absolutely. I'm happy to give you guys this information. I'm passionate about my patches. I love to talk about them with you guys. I may talk about all my patches again another time because it was so much fun. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you're wearing your patches, keep wearing your patches and be patient. If you're wearing your patches, be patient and know in many of the studies, it was 3 and 6 weeks out when they were actually noticing some significant changes in folks. So a lot of people, because there's so much stuff all over the internet, a lot of people are expecting these huge changes. And I just want you to be patient, see your doctor, do all your things, take care of yourself, hydrate, because for these patches to work, you need to hydrate. You need to drink about half your body weight in ounces of water. So make sure you're hydrating, make sure you're giving your body that energy and that water that they can move through. But for me, they have done amazing, amazing things. I don't even know if I would have made it through some of these illnesses if I didn't stick these patches on. So I am forever grateful to the friend that called me and told me about these patches. And she had really, really good advice for me to use these. So thank you for joining me. Stay healthy, stay beautiful, keep wearing your patches. And if you have not already bought the patches, please feel free to contact me and I will help you to choose your first order, or you can just order from my website if you go into my description here. Anyway, stay healthy and stay beautiful. And thanks again for your kindness, you guys. I really appreciate all of you. Have a beautiful day.